Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, I want to look on some problems that maybe occur when you work with the SketchUp imported models and primarily with the texturing and how also SketchUp maybe export the polygons. So let's look on one thing right here. Example, it's imported model from SketchUp. So right, and you notice it right in the corner how they was mapped before. We have a shadow that was mapped to the ground. Okay, we'll look right here. This is shadow from position. But for the model inside the Vue, if I want to position my sun, I maybe want to replace this base on some same color. So I want to remove these shadows or replace it materials. So let's look one thing first in our materials. Okay, we'll select first one. You'll notice the materials is image based. Also, it's using object standard material. We also can go look on a bump map, and as bump map, we have a separate image based, gray image based for our bump maps. And again, one thing when you start modifying, be sure it's set to original type of mapping, procedural, or in this case, it will be object standard. The one thing what I like to do when I need to identify, I want to select this object. Currently, we have 26 materials, so we can continue scrolling through those materials to find correct one. Or actually, in this case, what I like to do is to select object and just ungroup it. With ungrouped, now I can select on specific object and just select this group of our selected object. You'll notice when we exported the models, it's sometimes baked together. So example, if we select this, we have it kind of strange baked this type of the polygons on the ground with the shadows and with our building. If we look on another, we have it the ground and some windows, and they're grouped and kind of baked together. So we can go inside the SketchUp and corrected this, but currently in this case, this is model. It's not what I was modeling. This is I just take from Google Warehouse and import it and want to reuse it inside the SketchUp. So I don't have that much control over how the polygons was grouped in this case. So I need to rework and Vue. Now I want to be sure these materials, these polygons are kind of combining together. And let's have a small tricks how to do this inside the Vue. One thing, let's go do this way. Right here we click on the model, and now I want to identify this ground piece with the shadow laying. So we'll go start kind of scroll through our materials till you notice your material is highlighted. Okay, in this case, what I want to do, I'm going right now, and just as example, I'm going to replace with just red plastic. So just a very simple material applied to this. Let's take my camera just and move it a little bit to the side so we can see better. Okay, you'll notice right here we have this material we just applied for that section. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to select other side, and I'm going to switch to the material which represent other side. Right now I'm going to switch to exactly same material. So if I look right now, okay, so let me select, be sure we select properly one. Okay, and we have it 6. Sometimes it's easier if we set highlights so it's the correct one. Okay, and I'm going to load it red plastic. Okay, so you'll notice right now we have the same material apply to both of them. Okay, sometimes what's happening, even you apply material to they look exactly the same. One thing I want to be sure we have the same parameters. So we have world standard and scale is 1. Let's select our other ones. And right here we have it world standard, but you notice we have it scale 0, 1. So we want to actually match those materials exactly. And the reason is why, because next things what I'm going to do, I'm going to group these two sets or groups already, group them together and bake them together. The one thing with the Vue, when you have the same material assigned to um, one bake object, those two materials and those they merge. So from this point, okay, let's just give it example. So right now, let me show before we kind of bake it. So I'm going to modify this just slightly, something different. And we'll go to bake. Okay, right now you notice we have it one red color, okay, which still kind of have it this small piece. And next we have it another red color which represent other side. I want actually the be only one material. So if I replace this one with the image based, it's actually two separate ones. So let's go back to our other red color. And as soon we will have it exactly same materials matching for both of them, what Vue does, Vue will merge for us them as one. So notice right here we have a 22, so go and it will decrease from other one. So now we have it only one red color or a texture which is applied to all our models. So you notice right now all bases look exactly the same. And this point, if I'm going inside and I'm going to replace with something different color, example as dark concrete, you'll notice this will apply to everything. There are a couple other things you'd notice when you use the image based inside the SketchUp. You notice right here we have it line brains, and reason is why it is the polygons and how mapping was applied. So let's switch this one to something different material, so a little bit more colorful, so we can see how it's working. I want to do this with a image based. So let me go ahead, select some very simple one. Actually, this will work. All we need to do is go inside and replace our image, maybe with something else. This one will work for now. Okay, I want object standard just set for now. Okay, and we'll have it one. So if we preview, you can see we have it right here, kind of start how our textures is applied. So it's work with polygons. It doesn't apply to all of this. You can fix it inside the Vue. A couple ways you can apply this by using different type of textures, and mostly if you're using procedural texture, that will fix very well, so it will apply to everything. And as example, let's go just select some procedural to function. Okay, as example right here, this is procedural. Okay, so it's kind of applied. You can notice it's applied overall. Again, we need to change the scale. But you can see how it is applied over those polygons because it's using procedurals, which you don't see those slices. So in a Vue, you kind of can fix it this. But again, if you're using image based, be sure your image can handle those polygons. Otherwise, you need go inside the SketchUp and try be sure those triangles, they will kind of map it properly, or a facing in this case. Actually, you will notice you will have the same issues with some even original textures from SketchUp. If you try to just go inside SketchUp and save object maybe as a collada or OBJ with the textures, you will have exactly same problems with some textures like the scaling due to improperly the normals handles and other things. So just small tips. Okay, couple kind of other tip I want to give it to you. So if you want to rework and place it the material over this texture, and let me show you um, the other one. We have a problem right now and how we can actually fix it this if we want to apply image instead the procedural in this case. So we'll go ahead, open this material, and let's replace this image with something different. And I'm just replace it with a gradient so we can preview better. So you can notice right here we have a problem with the mapping. So you can see as a facing going. And Vue, we actually can easy fixing this by changing our mapping from aftermath to, for example, flat vertical. So and you'll notice right here how it's now stretching and applying over all polygons to directly to our the object below, so to the base. On this case, if I want just take this image and apply it towards, I just be sure just change your type of the mapping mode. Again, if we go to automatic, it will start reading all as normals and kind of starts going making this mistake. So you want to switch to different type as well. If you want, you can even go to world standard. Of course, at this point you need to rework a little bit on a scale, but as well it will applied correctly over all these polygons, ignoring some information we have it on a facings and some normals the passing. So again, this is just small trick if you some texture doesn't representing properly. Okay, let me go switch to object parametric in this case. Okay, and we'll just switch, there you go, to this mode. Okay, so as example, then we're going go ahead to the now to the ground. Okay, and I'm going to place maybe grass field. I want to be sure at this point if I'm using, I will switch to the flat. So this will take, and you can see it's applied the correctly all image to all our base. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember to visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.